Hello, welcome to an Inspiring Math video. I am Francisco Pivaral. In this video, I'll be covering profit in consumer arithmetic. Profit is a financial gain, especially the difference between the amount earned and the amount spent in buying, operating, or producing something. The formula for profit is equal to the selling price minus the cost price. The selling price is the amount of money that the customer paid for the item that you were selling. The cost price is the price that you as the store owner initially paid for the item that you are selling. Okay, so that's the difference between the selling price and the cost price. In the example here, we have Mr. John bought a horse for $75. He decides to sell his horse at $500. What is his profit? Well, the formula says that the profit is equal to the selling price minus the cost price. If the selling price is $500 and we take away the cost price, the initial cost price, which is $75, so the profit is equals to $425. That would be the profit made on this horse. Now we have profit percent. We want to identify the profit percent. What is it? The profit percent is of the cost price. Normally, you find the profit percent of the initial investment, which is your cost price. You need to write the profit divided by the cost price multiplied by 100. Profit divided by the cost price multiplied by 100. So in the example, Mr. John bought a bicycle for $288 from a supplier and made a profit of $208. His profit percent is, or what is his profit percent in this bicycle? So the definition tells us to write the profit. The profit is $205. We need to divide that by the cost price. In this case, the cost price is $288. Then we need to multiply that by 100%. When we do that in our calculator, we get 205 divided by 288 equals multiplied by 100. That gives us 71.2%. If we were to round it off to one decimal place. So 71.2 is the actual profit percent for this bicycle. Now we want to focus on the mark price of an item. Well, the mark price is the amount of money that you intend to sell the item for. Okay? When the customer arrives to your store, they will see sofa, $500. That's the price that you want to sell it. That's called a mark price. This includes the cost price plus the profit. Very important. The mark price will include the cost price, which is your initial investment that you paid, plus the profit that you want to make on that initial investment. That will give you your cost. That will give you your mark price. So mark price is equal to cost price plus the profit. But before we can add the cost price to the profit, we need to find the amount of money that we will make. So in this example, we have a store owner got lawnmowers at $175 each. So this is the price that the store owner is investing, or that's his cost price. At what price will he need to sell the lawnmower to make a profit of 85%? You notice? So what do we do here? We need to multiply the cost price. So the cost price is $175. It says we need to multiply it by the decimal of the profit percent. This is the profit percent here, $85. We need to multiply it by the decimal of that percent. Well, the decimal of 85% is 0.85. all you do is you divide the 85 by 100. Any percent that is given, if you are given 150%, you divide that by 100 and that will be your decimal. So 150 divided by 100 will be 1.5. If you are making 5% profit, divide 5 by 100, and that will give you your decimal to use. So all we need to do here is 175 times the decimal of the profit percent. So 175 times 0.85. And that gives me a profit. That gives me a profit of $148.75. So this is important here. This is called the profit. Okay. Now we are calling for the mark price, and it says cost price plus profit. So let's write that down. The mark price is equal to the cost price plus the profit. So the mark price equals the cost price, which is $175, plus the profit, which we found it to be $148.75. So the mark price is equal to $323.75. So that would be the price that you want to sell it to any customer who comes into your store, in a little tag, in a little paper tag or a little sticker, and you can put it on the lawnmower and say, nice price, save at this price. And you can write $323.75. All right, so that would be the price that you would be selling this lawnmower. In our next topic, we'll be talking about discount and the cash price. Because when a customer comes to your store and sees $323.75, they might want to beat that price a little bit down, okay? And they would say, can you give me a 5% discount? Can you give me 10% discount? Then we will, in our next session, we'll be discussing that. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy and you learned something here.